On the ancient desolate wilderness time was never measured by ticking seconds but by the slow steady breath of living giants. Brachiosaurus the colossal being standing tall toward the clouds calmed the roaring restless forest with his slow heavy heartbeat. Tonight follow this ultra-low frequency pulse of life. Step away from the impetuous noise of modern days. Beneath the glow of primeval moonlight watch him chew away the passage of time with quiet elegance and drift into a deep peaceful dream. Some living creatures are born to redefine the very meaning of scale and magnitude. Brachiosaurus bore not only a towering physique that overlooked all earthly beings but also a tranquil unhurried rhythm that hushed all nature into stillness. Close your eyes and imagine the soft whisper of his elongated neck sweeping over treetops. It is the murmur of the wind and a soothing requiem woven by nature itself. Follow this gentle timeless tale into the true story of his long life and let your weary heart settle quietly amid the soft evening breeze of the Jurassic era. If the whole history of life were a vast spinning vinyl record, Brachiosaurus would embody its deepest steadiest bass tone. At the very top of primeval forests in the late Jurassic he lingered in quiet leisure, embracing the solitude that belonged only to him. This transcendent calm and unrushed poise is the finest gift for every restless sleeper. Tonight the firelight flickers soft and faint. Let us return to the warm embrace of the earth, and find long-lost peace amid the gentle breathing of this ancient giant. In that primeval age where even the pull of gravity seemed slow and languid lived a form of life that almost defied the laws of physics. He had no need to run wildly or let out thunderous roars. Merely standing tall in solemn stillness was enough to cast an unspoken weight of restraint over all lurking predators. People marveled at his tower-like frame, yet few paused to notice the hundreds-kilogram heart beating deep within his broad chest. In the annals of prehistoric life, Brachiosaurus stands as a symbol of perfect balance and gentle restraint. Tonight let the soft warm glow of flickering hearth fire stay with us as we wander fully into the untold story of his quiet existence within this slow almost timeless stretch of hours. There is no frantic chase, no hidden fear, only damp mist lingering above the treetops of ancient forests. Slow the pace of your wandering thoughts and feel the ultra-low frequency heartbeat echoing down from ancient times. It is the deepest quiet pulse of Mother Earth. The turning point carved into his fate arrived not with violent catastrophic disaster but with a drought that dragged on for years. It was an unusually sweltering afternoon in the late Jurassic, and ferns across the barren ground had withered, curled and dried. Young Brachiosaurus stood beside an empty dried-up riverbed, his 9-meter-long neck feeling the true weight of survival. For the very first time smaller dinosaurs around him fought frantically over the last remaining pools of water trapped in the hurried fragmented rhythm of the weak and struggling. Yet Brachiosaurus never joined the chaos. He lifted his gaze toward higher ground, toward the coniferous canopies forever out of reach for ordinary mortal creatures. In that quiet moment he realized his solitude was never a limitation but a privileged stillness granted by nature itself. He lifted his massive forelimbs step by step, each heavy stride sending faint tremors rippling through the earth. The breath of the land and the fundamental rhythm of his own life. He learned to turn away from trivial conflicts beneath his feet, fixing his sight instead upon the eternally green quiet realm beneath the clouds. This innate composure became his only defense against the cruelty of his era and shaped his slow gentle spirit, capable of calming all living things around him. When Brachiosaurus reached full maturity he was far more than a mere creature of flesh and bone. He became a moving miniature ecosystem wandering through the primeval woods each early morning. As the first ray of sunlight pierced through hazy mist he had already begun his unhurried quiet labor. Standing deep within the heart of the forest, his head towered 40 feet above the ground, a realm inhabited only by the wind and occasional soaring pterosaurs. One can hear the soft rhythmic rustle of entire leaves drawn into his broad maw, slow, measured and steady like an ancient mill grinding away the passage of endless time. He never rushed to swallow each deliberate chew, accompanied by the faint gentle friction of tongue and palate, a deeply comforting natural white noise deep inside his chest. His enormous heart embarked on a great physiological journey, pumping oxygen and nutrients all the way up his elongated neck to his towering head. Every heartbeat gathered strength over long slow seconds, heavy, powerful and resonant like a giant drum echoing deep within silent ocean depths. This ultra-low frequency vibration traveled through his broad paws into the soil, wrapping every living creature for miles around in an unspoken sense of calm. As long as he stood rooted in place, time thickened into quiet stillness and all hunting strife and mortal death fell temporarily into pause. The hierarchy of power held little meaning in Brachiosaurus' world, for he himself stood as the ultimate end of dominance. Even the fiercest Allosaurus would slow its pace involuntarily when passing his mountain-like frame. This quiet suppression stemmed not from hostility but from an unbridgeable gap of scale, of vastness that left ruthless predators feeling powerless and insignificant. On one occasion a pack of young carnivores dared to challenge his unmoving statue-like form, leaping and roaring Wildly around his massive ankles, Brachiosaurus did not even lower his head to glance at them. He simply shifted his weight slightly, letting out a low resonant hum rumbling up from deep within his chest. The sound was no angry roar, rather a muffled thunder that made the surrounding air ripple visibly beneath its vibration. Crushed by this primal physical pressure, the carnivores were overcome by unprecedented primal fear, finally slipping away into the thick undergrowth with tails tucked low. Brachiosaurus continued to chew calmly on coniferous foliage, a wise detached quiet lingering in his eyes, as if he had long foreseen the fleeting fate of these restless impetuous beings. He understood true strength never needed violence to prove itself. Silent dignity and gentle forbearance were the eternal essence of power. Yet the tides of an era never slowed for the kindness of a giant, and the twilight of the late Jurassic arrived inevitably. Tectonic shifts turned once fertile basins into barren wastelands. Ancient forests withered away in vast stretches, and the sky hung veiled beneath thick layers of ash and haze. Brachiosaurus retained his unhurried heavy gait, yet deep within his spirit a quiet premonition of final rest began to take shape. He wandered, for the last time, into the redwood forest he had loved most, only to find even the highest treetops stripped of their former vitality. He ceased seeking food, choosing instead to stand where the sunset blazed richest, allowing golden light to flow softly across the folds of his weathered skin. He felt the rhythm of his heartbeat slowing gradually, not from weakness but from settling into perfect harmonic resonance with the pulse of the earth itself. Each breath stretched longer and more profound, as if sealing the entire story of his long life into the fading green wilderness. He recalled the sea of clouds he had gazed upon from lofty heights, the quiet peaceful afternoons endured through violent storms, feeling no fear, only gentle relief. He knew his colossal frame would one day melt back into the earth, while his slow timeless rhythm would linger forever, sealed deep within geological strata, waiting to be heard by generations far in the future. That mighty heart has lain silent for hundreds of millions of years, yet its lingering resonance still echoes through this quiet tale. Brachiosaurus taught us through his long life that even amid turbulent, restless times we all hold the right to choose a slow, peaceful pace. He answered the eternal riddle of life's true meaning. Vastness never stands for conquest, it embodies tolerance of a higher, quieter dimension. On this quiet late night, when anxiety, haste and confusion weigh heavy on your mind, call forth the giant standing serene beneath the clouds. Listen to the soft, steady sound of him chewing treetop leaves. Feel the faint tremor rippling through the earth beneath his feet, and let your own heartbeat slow little by little. Once more the embers in the hearth have dimmed low. The gentle Jurassic night wind drifts through cracks in time, brushing soft and light across your brows. You no longer need to reach for unattainable lofty heights, you need only sink into deep tranquil slumber, just as he does. Amid this all-embracing stillness all living things have settled into peace, and the giant's dreams are free from the pull of gravity. Good night. May you find ultimate tranquility beneath the starry sky of hundreds of millions of years ago.